You're not lazy. You're burned out. And before anything else, let that sentence land. You've been carrying a quiet accusation for a long time. You wake up with it. You go to sleep with it. A subtle voice that says, I should be doing more. I'm falling behind. Why can't I just push myself like before? But what if the problem was never discipline? What if the problem was depletion? Burnout doesn't always look like collapse. Sometimes it looks like procrastination. Sometimes it looks like scrolling. Sometimes it looks like wanting to do something, but feeling an invisible weight pressing down on your chest. Burnout is not weakness. It is a nervous system that has been asked to survive for too long without rest. So let's slow this down. Take a breath. Not a forced one. Just allow the breath to happen. Right now, you are not required to fix anything. You are not required to improve yourself. You are not required to become motivated. This is not a productivity exercise. This is a reset. Burnout happens when effort outpaces recovery, when giving becomes routine but receiving becomes rare, when your inner world is constantly interrupted by urgency. At some point, the system says, enough. But instead of listening, we label it laziness. You are not lazy. You are tired in a way sleep alone cannot fix. There is a difference between rest and recovery. Rest is stopping. Recovery is feeling safe enough to stop. And many people never reach recovery because even rest feels guilty. If that resonates, you're not broken. You're overstimulated. Your mind has been running background processes non-stop. Worry, comparison, planning, replaying conversations, imagining worst-case scenarios. Even when you're still, your mind has been sprinting. So of course you feel stuck. So of course motivation feels distant. So of course simple tasks feel heavy. This isn't laziness. This is overload. Let's do something different now. For the next few moments, you are not behind. There is nothing chasing you. Nothing you need to catch up to. Allow your shoulders to soften. Allow your jaw to unclench. Allow your breath to deepen just slightly. You don't need to force calm. Calm arrives when pressure leaves. Burnout convinces you that rest must be earned. But rest is not a reward. It is maintenance. You don't tell your phone to try harder when the battery is low. You charge it. You are allowed the same logic. Somewhere along the way, you learned that pushing was admirable, that exhaustion was proof of effort, that stopping meant falling behind. But that belief comes at a cost. Burnout is what happens when the cost is ignored. Notice something important. Even now, as you listen, you are showing up. That alone disproves the idea that you're lazy. Lazy people don't search for relief. Lazy people don't reflect. Lazy people don't care that they care. You care. You're just tired of caring alone. There is a quiet grief in burnout. Grief for the version of you who had energy, who felt excited, who believed effort would be met with results. That grief deserves acknowledgement, not judgment. So if tears come, let them. If nothing comes, that's okay too. You don't need to feel anything specific. Just be here. Burnout narrows your vision. It makes everything feel urgent and meaningless at the same time. It tells you that if you stop, everything will fall apart. But listen closely. Nothing essential collapses when you pause. Only the unnecessary noise fades. You are not behind in life. You are ahead of collapse. Your body slowed you down before something worse had to break. That's not failure. That's intelligence. You may not feel motivated right now, but motivation is not the starting point. Safety is. When the nervous system feels safe, energy returns naturally. When it feels threatened, it conserves. You are conserving. That is wisdom, not laziness. Let's create a small pocket of safety now. Nothing to solve, nothing to decide, just breathing, just listening. If your mind wanders, that's okay. Gently return. Burnout recovery is not dramatic. It's subtle, quiet, almost boring. And that's why people miss it. They expect a breakthrough. What they need is permission. Permission to do less. Permission to be slower. Permission to not optimize every moment. You don't need a new system. You need relief from constant self-monitoring. Notice how often you evaluate yourself. Am I doing enough? Am I wasting time? Am I falling behind? That constant evaluation is exhausting. For now, drop the scorecard. You are allowed to exist without being measured. You are allowed to have days where the only accomplishment is staying alive and kind. Burnout doesn't heal through force. It heals through gentleness. So when this audio ends, don't rush. Don't immediately reach for stimulation. Sit quietly, even for 1 minute. Let the nervous system register that nothing bad happens when you slow down. Then choose one small thing, one humane thing, not to prove your worth, but to support yourself. Burnout recovery is not about becoming productive again. It's about becoming present again. And from presence, clarity grows. From clarity, direction returns. From direction, energy follows. You don't need to fix your entire life today. You just need to stop blaming yourself. You are not lazy. You are burned out. And burnout is not a personal flaw. It is a signal asking for compassion, for boundaries, for rest that doesn't feel rushed. If this message reached you, return to it when the pressure comes back. And it will come back. But now, you'll recognize it. And you'll know this truth. You are not failing. You are healing. Stay with yourself. Be gentle. This is the beginning of recovery. Before you move on, let's stay here a little longer. Burnout doesn't resolve just because it's understood. It resolves when the body believes the danger has passed. And for many people, the danger was never external. It was internal pressure that never shut off. Pressure to be consistent, pressure to be productive, pressure to justify your existence through output. Even rest became another task to perform correctly. So let's gently undo that. Right now, there is nowhere else you need to be. Nothing you need to become. Nothing you need to figure out. If your mind is already planning what comes next, notice that and let it soften. Burnout often hides behind ambition. You wanted more from life. You cared deeply. You tried to do things the right way. And slowly, without noticing, your nervous system learned that safety depended on effort. That's why stopping feels uncomfortable. That's why stillness feels unearned. That's why doing nothing can feel heavier than doing too much. But effort is not the same as worth. You were worthy before you tried so hard. You were worthy before you pushed. You were worthy even on the days you did nothing at all. Burnout recovery begins when you stop asking, "What's wrong with me?" and start asking, "What has this system been enduring?" That shift changes everything. You don't heal burnout by becoming someone new. You heal by returning to yourself, to your natural pace, to your honest limits, to your quieter signals. The body always speaks first. Fatigue, resistance, numbness, loss of interest. Those are not flaws. They are messages. Messages saying, this way of living is costing too much. You listened today. Even if it doesn't feel dramatic, that matters. And there is something important to remember. Healing is not linear. Some days you'll feel clarity, other days you'll feel fog again. That doesn't mean you're going backward. It means your system is recalibrating. Be patient with that process. You don't need to rush back into motivation. You don't need to recreate urgency. Energy returns naturally when safety is restored. For now, your only job is to reduce unnecessary pressure, to stop arguing with your exhaustion, to stop shaming your pace, to stop measuring your life against timelines that ignore human limits. You are allowed to move slowly in a world that moves too fast. You are allowed to rest without explaining yourself. You are allowed to take up space even when you're not producing anything. Burnout makes you forget these permissions. This is your reminder. As we come toward the end of this reset, notice how your body feels compared to when you started. Maybe lighter, maybe the same, maybe just slightly less tight. Whatever it is, that's enough. You don't need a dramatic transformation today. You just need honesty. And honesty says this: you are not lazy. You are not broken. You are not failing at life. You are responding normally to an unsustainable amount of pressure. And now, you are choosing something different. When this audio ends, don't immediately reach for noise. Give yourself a minute of quiet. Let this land. Then, when you're ready, choose one small, compassionate action. Drink water, step outside, stretch. Do one thing gently. Not to get back on track, but to signal safety, because healing doesn't happen through force. It happens through permission. And now, a final reminder before we close. You are not behind. You are not lazy. You are recovering. And recovery is not weakness. It is wisdom arriving late, but right on time. If this reset helped you, if something inside you softened or felt understood, stay connected. Subscribe for more deep resets like this. Return whenever the pressure comes back. You don't have to do this alone. And if you feel called to, leave a comment with one word that describes how you feel right now. Not for anyone else, just to mark this moment. You're allowed to begin again, gently, honestly, at your own pace. This is not the end. This is where healing starts. Before you go back into your day, let's slow the ending even more. Burnout doesn't ask for dramatic change. It asks for sustained kindness. Not a single breakthrough moment, but a series of small, respectful choices. You don't need to overhaul your life. You don't need to reinvent yourself. You just need to stop abandoning yourself in the name of keeping up. Many people think burnout means they've lost discipline, but what they've actually lost is trust. Trust in their own rhythm. Trust that rest won't ruin everything. Trust that slowing down won't make them disappear. So let's rebuild that trust quietly. Right now, notice the part of you that kept going even when you were tired. The part that showed up even when nothing felt rewarding. That part wasn't weak, it was loyal. And loyalty without rest becomes exhaustion. So instead of criticizing that part of you, thank it. You survived something intense, even if no one else saw it. Burnout often happens in silence. There are no witnesses, no ceremonies, no acknowledgement. This moment can be that acknowledgement. You don't have to push through this season. You're allowed to move with it. Some seasons are for growth. Some are for recovery. Some are for rebuilding from the inside out. You are in a recovery season. That doesn't mean nothing is happening. It means something important is reorganizing beneath the surface. Roots grow in darkness. Healing does too. So when motivation feels absent, don't chase it. Let it come to you when your system feels safe again. You are not meant to be constantly productive. You are meant to be human. And being human includes cycles, energy and rest, effort and pause, expansion and contraction. Burnout happens when we forget the second half of that cycle. As this audio comes to a close, take one more slow breath. Let your shoulders drop. Let your face soften. Nothing is required of you right now. You are allowed to carry this calm with you. You are allowed to return to it whenever the world feels too loud again. And remember this, especially on hard days. Needing rest does not mean you're failing. Moving slowly does not mean you're behind. Taking care of yourself does not mean you're giving up. It means you're choosing to stay. Stay connected to yourself. Stay honest about your limits. Stay gentle in a culture that rewards pressure. This is how burnout ends, not all at once, but one compassionate moment at a time. You are not lazy. You are not broken. You are healing. If this reset helped you, if something inside you softened, even slightly, stay connected. Subscribe for more deep resets like this, for moments when life feels heavy, when your mind feels tired, and when you need to remember that you're not alone. Return to this space whenever the pressure comes back. You don't have to wait until things fall apart to reset. And if you feel comfortable, leave a comment with one word that describes how you feel right now. Not for anyone else, just to mark this moment. Sometimes being seen, even quietly, is part of healing. Take this calm with you. Move gently today. And remember, you are not lazy. You are not behind. You are recovering. I'll be here when you need another reset.